Hi, everybody. I'm upset about something and I need to put a voice to it. Everybody is stuck indoors with the coronavirus pandemic, and everybody's starting to feel the stir craziness of it, the emotional, the psychological effects of not being able to leave your home or do all the things that you normally do. Basically, your freedom is restricted. Anybody who knows me knows that I live with debilitating chronic illness. Debilitating means it really stops my life. I've become pretty housebound, even though I look fine. So why I'm upset is people who know me have been messaging me to tell me how upset they are and how stir crazy they are over being stuck indoors. Well, that's my everyday life. I'm not the person you need to be complaining to. You know me? Don't whine about being stuck inside and not being able to do things. Because it's insulting to me. It's so insensitive. It's so inconsiderate. Imagine never having an end date. This is not temporary. And there are so many people like me out there. I guess I'm upset that so few people understand. My freedom, my world as I've known it has changed forever. And you can't see it most of the time. It's not visible, it's invisible. And that makes it even harder. I'm all over the place in this video and I apologize. My point is, please be more empathetic to people who are already living this way, whose freedom is restricted, who can't go out. The reason why we can't go out is different. We can't go out because our illness or our condition doesn't permit us to go out. We don't have the ability or power or mobility. But the effect, how you feel, is the same. Your world becomes tiny. The four walls is your world, and it never gets easier. You never get used to that. Never stop missing and longing to be mobile and enjoy the full range of what you used to be able to do. Imagine never having an end date. This is not temporary for so many people. I'm guessing many people will be maybe even mildly offended over this video. They'll think that I'm saying something mean, that I probably shouldn't be making a video out of this and putting it into the world. But I just feel so indignant, so aggrieved, resentful, and hurt. I feel hurt. I feel unseen, and I need to explain this because people assume that I'm healthy or far more capable, physically capable than I really am. Anybody who's heard of the term Spoonie will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think I'm expressing the frustration of every Spoonie out there. I will try to find and link up a resource for the spoon theory. My life is very different from what it might look on the surface. And when you do see me here filming something or out trying to film my vlog, that is the 10% of my life, the 10% where I have some level of ability. And so I try to use that little sliver of energy and ability in the best possible way. I try to make the most of it and also give back to the world, share what makes my life better in spite of, what makes my life better in different ways. Social distancing is part of my life but not by choice. It's because I'm always having to cancel plans because I don't feel well to go. You end up isolated because you're not well enough to do all the things. Supplies. When you're not able to do everything you want to do whenever you want to do it, you end up not having enough supplies, no matter how organized you try to be. And I think maybe it's time for the world to understand that there's an entire population out there that you never even see. You don't see these people because they can't leave their house. I'm not saying you shouldn't feel impacted by this. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel downtrodden and sort of like your mood has gone down and you're not yourself. That's all normal and you should feel it. Just don't choose people like me to complain to. Or you could say it, but don't insist that your condition, your situation, the way you're feeling is worse. Because that's the most insensitive thing you can do. It's bad enough living this way, but to have people completely be clueless or self-absorbed to that degree is hurtful to me. It's hurtful to me. And the other thing I want to say is, even though I'm an introvert by nature, meaning I like solitude, it doesn't mean I like solitude indoors. I'm still a human being. I still want to interact with people. It's just parties and big gatherings and things like this aren't the way that I gain energy. I like to go out to a coffee shop. Maybe if I have a bit of strength, I can get on the bicycle and go for a little bike ride. So don't say to me, yeah, but I'm a social person. Yeah, but I'm an extrovert and you're an introvert. No, okay? Don't go there. Another thing, I guess, that I want to perhaps explain, maybe you understand it better, is how my condition affects me. For me, one, they haven't been able to put an official name to it. They called it lupus for the longest time. Then they switched to fibromyalgia, connective tissue disorder, I don't know, polyarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, whatever the name, whatever condition it is, it affects all of my joints. I live with extreme fatigue. I mean extreme. And the fatigue comes in 24 hours after I exert myself. So if I spend too much time doing something, if I shower and go out and buy groceries and try to prepare said groceries, I'm toast the next day. And so I've learned I can only do one or two or three, whatever number of things I can do. Even if in that moment I have the ability to do it, I know there's a cost, there's a price tag, always a heavy price tag, where I will be bedridden. I will be throbbing in pain. I will have brain fog, where an example of my brain fog is I'll get up, look at the coffee maker, and know that in the two receptacles, coffee goes somewhere and water goes somewhere, but I can't retrieve where one goes and the other goes. And so eventually I usually take a guess. Some days I'm right, some days I'm wrong. Another example of my brain fog is going into the elevator, looking at the panel and not remembering what floor I live on, knowing that I live on a lower floor. Okay? These are daily experiences for me. The reality of my life is that I've been living with this disease for 8 years, since 2012. And in the last 4 years, I've struggled to make ends meet. And though I am successful as a human being, financially, I'm not. I don't know if I'll be able to earn enough to supplement the bit of disability benefit I finally began receiving from the government after a long, hard fight. But that amount just barely pays my rent, so food and all the other things I'm trying to cover. And yet, in spite of all of it, I do feel proud for how I choose to carry on. I always find that drop, even if it's a drop in the ocean, that drop of inspiration and hope and possibility. I've been all over the place, and I apologize for that, but if you've made it this far, I'm gonna guess you understand. All right, bye for now.